Hey gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where we unlock the secrets to leveling up your life and relationships. Today we're diving into something powerful. 5 psychological tricks rooted in Stoicism that'll not only leave a lasting impression on her, but make her miss you long after you've left the room. These aren't just random tips, they're time-tested principles from ancient philosophy that can transform how you show up in her world. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to become unforgettable. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some guys just stick in someone's mind? It's not about looks or flashy moves. It's about mastering your own energy, your presence, your inner strength. That's what Stoicism teaches us, how to be calm, confident, and magnetic without chasing or begging for attention. Imagine being the guy she can't stop thinking about, not because you're trying too hard, but because you're so grounded in yourself. That's the magic we're unpacking today. Before we jump into these game-changing strategies, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We're dropping weekly insights to help you grow, not just in relationships, but in every part of your life. Ready to become the man she can't forget? Stick with me, because these 5 Stoic secrets are about to change the game. Let's dive into the first one. Embody emotional detachment to make her miss you. All right, guys, let's kick off with our first Stoic secret to make her miss you. Embody emotional detachment. Now, before you think this means being cold or distant, hear me out. It's about becoming so grounded in yourself that you don't need her approval to feel whole. This creates a magnetic pull that makes her crave your presence. Let me break it down. Have you ever noticed how chasing someone too hard pushes them away? It's like the harder you try, the less they want you. That's because desperation screams, I need you to feel good about myself. But when you flip the script, when you stop chasing and start valuing yourself, you become a mystery she can't resist. Imagine this. You're not glued to your phone, waiting for her text. You're out there, living your life, hitting the gym, chasing your goals, maybe even enjoying a coffee alone with a good book. You're calm, confident, and totally okay without her validation. That's the vibe that draws her in. Why does this work? It's Psychology 101. People want what feels just out of reach. When you're always available, you're predictable, and she might take you for granted. But when you're emotionally self-sufficient, you create a void she starts to feel. I remember a buddy of mine who stopped texting his crush for a few days, not to play games, but because he was busy building his side hustle. Guess what? She started reaching out, curious, wondering why he wasn't chasing her anymore. That's the power of detachment. So here's your challenge. Focus on you. Invest in your growth, your career, your hobbies, your inner peace. Be the guy who's so complete that she feels lucky to be around you. When you stop needing her to feel good, she'll start wanting you more than ever. Ready for the next secret? Let's keep going. Create space and absence to make her miss you. All right, guys, let's move to our second Stoic secret. Create space and absence. This one's a game changer because it's not about what you do when you're with her. It's about the magic that happens when you're not around. Giving her space, both physically and emotionally, sparks a longing that makes her miss you deeply. Let's dive in. Think about this. Have you ever had a favorite song you played on repeat until you got sick of it? But then, after a break, hearing it again felt amazing? That's how human emotions work. If you're always texting, calling, or showing up, you risk becoming background noise in her life. But when you step back, when you create a little distance, she starts to feel the void you've left behind. This isn't about ghosting or playing games. It's about living your own life. You've got goals, passions, friends. Show her you're a man with a world of your own. I'll share a quick story. A friend of mine used to be Mr. Always Available. He'd reply to his girlfriend's texts instantly, drop plans to see her, you name it. But when he started focusing on his career and hobbies, taking a day or two to respond sometimes, she noticed. Suddenly, she was the one initiating plans, saying she missed him. Why? Because absence made her realize how much he meant to her. Here's the psychology. Space gives her room to reflect on your value. When you're not always there, she starts wondering what you're up to, craving your energy. So try this. Take a day to focus on yourself. Hit the gym, work on a project, hang with friends. Don't be afraid to let her miss you. That void, it's what pulls her closer. Stick around for secret number 3. It's a good one. Maintain calm and chaos to be her safe harbor. All right, guys, let's talk about our third stoic secret to make her miss you. Maintain calm in chaos. In a world full of stress, drama, and unpredictability, being the guy who stays cool under pressure is like being a lighthouse in a storm. You become her safe harbor, someone she trusts and craves when life gets messy. Let's break it down. Picture this. Everything's going haywire. Maybe there's a heated argument, a work crisis, or just everyday chaos. Most people lose their cool, react impulsively, or get swept up in the drama. But not you. You're steady, thoughtful, and unshaken. That kind of emotional strength isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to men who can handle tough moments with grace because it signals you're someone they can rely on. And trust me, that reliability sticks with her. I'll let you in on something personal. A while back, I was at a friend's party when a big argument broke out. Everyone was yelling, tensions were high, but I stayed calm, mediated, and diffused the situation. Later, a woman there told me how much she admired that I didn't get rattled. That moment taught me, staying composed doesn't just solve problems, it builds trust. She'll remember you as the guy who brings peace when everyone else is panicking. Here's why this works. In chaos, people crave stability. When you're her anchor, she starts to associate you with safety and strength. So next time life throws a curveball, whether it's a tough conversation or a crisis, take a deep breath, stay deliberate, and lead with confidence. Show her you're unshakable. That trust you build, it'll make her miss your steady presence when you're not around. Ready for secret number 4? Let's keep rolling. Leave her with curiosity to keep her hooked. All right, guys, let's dive into our fourth stoic secret to make her miss you. Leave her with curiosity. This one's all about keeping her intrigued by not laying all your cards on the table. When you hold back just enough, you become like a puzzle she can't stop trying to solve. Let's unpack this. Ever met someone who fascinated you because you couldn't quite figure them out? That's the power of mystery. If you spill your entire life story, every childhood memory, every dream, every detail, too soon, you risk becoming an open book she's already read. Instead, think of yourself as a novel with a few pages missing. Share just enough to spark her interest. Maybe a hint about a crazy adventure you had, or a passion you're chasing, but leave out the details. Let her wonder, what's the rest of his story? I learned this the hard way. Early on, I used to overshare on first dates, thinking it'd build connection. But I noticed the spark faded fast. Then I tried a different approach. I'd drop a teaser, like mentioning I once traveled solo across Europe, but not elaborate. Suddenly she'd ask questions, lean in, and keep texting to learn more. That curiosity kept her hooked. Here's the psychology. Humans are wired to chase what's just out of reach. When you don't reveal everything, her mind starts filling in the blanks, wondering what makes you tick. So, next time you're with her, hold back a little, share a story, but skip the ending. Mention a goal, but not the whole plan. Let her crave the next chapter of you. That curiosity will have her thinking about you long after you. Show confidence, not neediness to make her miss. Your strength was atastic dolls and fine sights, small period or making. And eventually that'll lime and certain to get every way. All right, guys, we're wrapping up with our fifth stoic secret to make her miss you. Show confidence, not neediness. This one's the key to standing out as a man who's magnetic, not desperate. Confidence is like a beacon. It draws her in, while neediness pushes her away. Let's dive into how you can embody this strength and make her crave your presence. Here's the deal. Confidence isn't about bragging or being loud. It's that quiet assurance that says, I know who I am and I'm good on my own. When you don't need her to validate you, you show her you're whole. A man with purpose, goals, and self-respect. Neediness, on the other hand, screams insecurity. Constantly texting, seeking her approval, or clinging to her attention, that's a one-way ticket to losing her interest. Think about it. Have you ever been drawn to someone who seemed desperate for your approval? Probably not. I saw this play out with a friend. He used to bombard his date with texts, always checking if she was happy with him. She pulled away. Then he shifted gears, focused on his career, hit the gym, and stopped chasing her approval. Suddenly, she was drawn to his newfound strength, texting him to reconnect. Why? Because confidence is contagious. It makes her admire you and miss your powerful presence. Here's the psychology. Women are drawn to men who stand tall in their own worth. So try this. Next time you're with her, own your space. Speak with purpose, pursue your passions, and don't lean on her for validation. Show her you're a man who's complete without her, but chooses to share his time with her. That strength will linger in her mind. That's it for our 5 secrets. Now go out there and be unforgettable. Become unforgettable with Stoic principles. All right, gentlemen, we've just walked through 5 powerful Stoic secrets to make her miss you. And now it's time to tie it all together. These aren't just tricks. They're a roadmap to becoming a man who leaves a lasting impression, not just on her, but in every part of your life. Let's wrap this up and send you out ready to shine. Think about the kind of man you want to be. Someone who's calm in chaos, confident without chasing, mysterious yet grounded. That's the essence of Stoicism, mastering yourself so you can show up as your best self. When you embody emotional detachment, create space, stay steady, spark curiosity, and exude confidence, you're not just making her miss you, you're becoming unforgettable. It's like planting a seed in her mind that grows every time you're not around. Here's a story to drive it home. I knew a guy who transformed his dating life by applying these principles. He stopped chasing, focused on his passions, and stayed cool under pressure. Soon, women weren't just texting him. They were talking about how he stood out, how his strength lingered in their thoughts. That's the power of these Stoic tools. They make you a man of value, not just to her, but to yourself. So, here's your challenge. Start small. Pick one of these secrets. Maybe it's holding back a little to spark curiosity or owning your confidence, and put it into action today. Watch how it shifts the way she sees you. You've got the tools now to create a presence she can't forget. If you love this video, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell for more tips to level up your life. Go out there and be the man she can't stop thinking about.